if she's right and I have to do this the rest of my life? I didn't want to. And I didn't want to accept that as my future. But because I heard it not only from her, but my other family members, that it was something that just doesn't happen for people like me. It sat with me, and it gnawed at me. And I wouldn't let it go. And I wouldn't accept the pleasure of being profitable and successful. And it caused me to almost have a split personality. I became something I wasn't originally, an arrogant, self-centered individual. Because it allowed me to put on an armor to combat the internal dialogue I was having with myself, where I was telling myself, despite being profitable, as a new trader, finding profitability, I was combating that with internal dialogues, telling myself, reinforcing myself, that I don't really deserve this. This is not going to last forever. It's just going to be bound to find its way into failure. I mean, my family has to be right. They've been around longer than I have. And I couldn't enjoy the success. And I couldn't build a positive mindset. So because of this, I had a toxic mindset replaced. I didn't want to accept what my family members thought was going to happen. So to combat that, I created an alter ego. The arrogant trader, the one that was always right, pompous and arrogant. And I combated that with putting myself out online, on America Online. And that was my way of blocking out or arm wrestling outwardly what I was wrestling with internally. And I can tell you, as it's still to this day I can think back, most people back then did not care for they didn't care for my ego. And it fueled it even more, because then it would cause me to think more guilt and more shame. And what do you do with that? The only way you can do is combat it, is be more arrogant. These things happen in all of us. Maybe we aren't going to come out and become an arrogant SOB. Maybe we're not going to be some know-it-all, okay? Maybe some of us just accept that quiet little voice that we don't deserve this. We don't deserve to be successful. And it manifests itself in our practices. It manifests itself in our analysis. It manifests itself in our execution or lack of execution on the trades. Think about it. How do you feel when you're in a trade, when it's profitable? Most of us,